thought they were lying, delusional, weak, to blame their lack of self-confidence on an imaginary obstacle. Maybe they weren't ready to win or weren't made for the big moments. I was wrong. For as long as I remember, I've always suffered from anxiety. I failed to realize this until now, allowing it to consume too much of my life. Today, I'm done. It's time to confront my weakness. What is anxiety?
A feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically about an imminent event or something with an uncertain outcome.
Okay, now what is it to you? I think I've gotten to a point where this definition doesn't serve justice to how bad anxiety actually feels. Anxiety isn't just uneasiness or nervousness. When I get these attacks, I genuinely feel like my heart could stop at any moment. Last week, I was having a really hard time with anxiety. It was so bad I literally fell on the ground, holding on for dear life to the edge of my chair. I was struggling to find a rhythm to breathe to, and losing all hope. No, I know what you're thinking. It wasn't because the Nuggets lost Game 4 to OKC, or because I was uncertain how my day was going to go at work. It just happened.
A feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease.
I don't know it all, as I am only 19 years old. But if I can define anxiety on my own, it would be like this. A gut-wrenching, heart palpitation-filled wave of emotions, especially those of fear, that comes to bully you into submission. Episodes vary in severity. Requires little to no trigger. P.S. Exasperates if you ignore it, and very scary to confront. Is that good enough? Well, if you're watching, you most likely experience anxiety enough to either agree or disagree. Let me know in the comments your definition of anxiety. Please have fun with it, because I will be reading them. Take it as your healing exercise for the day. One thing about anxiety is that it is different to each person. It can't be confined to one definition because it is too complex. Everyone deals with it in different amounts and in different ways. Despite this, we can still bond over this problem and lift each other up. Heal. With all that being said, I think we all have a pretty good idea of what we're confronting today. But now, I'm wondering, why does this happen to us? If you asked me a year ago if I suffered from anxiety, I would have said no. Not because I was lying, but because 1, I didn't understand it, and 2, I avoided the idea of it because I thought it was fake. Yup, I thought anxiety was a sorry excuse for not wanting to challenge yourself, wanting to be strong in tough moments, or an attempt to get pitied. I have grown so much since then, but I still struggle to fight this mentality. I was raised to think that vulnerability or emotions in general were signs of weakness and incapability. My parents didn't allow me to express my fears, sadness, or even some of my joy because they were also taught that this is a sign of weakness and something to be ashamed of. Being human. Why do we suffer from anxiety? Why does it control so much of our lives? Why can't I be strong like so-and-so? Can I ever stop this nightmare? No matter what we were taught, this wasn't your choosing. I was wrong to think people just chose to be anxious. It's a part of each of us, innately. Everyone has this weakness built in them, whether you accept the fact or not. To answer why it affects us so much, well, that's because we don't know how to overcome it or confront it.
Damn, double homicide.
We paint it to be this invincible villain that just comes back to life no matter what we throw at it. The seeds of doubt and fear keep growing and thriving because you won't cut them out. No, it's not your fault that you have anxiety and you did not choose such a battle to fight. But you aren't helping yourself when you give up on fighting back. It may not be what you want to hear, but as your friend that you trusted enough to click on this video, it is what I believe you should have heard a long time ago. Thank you for making it this far. If you like content like this, where I promote emotional awareness and vulnerability, please consider liking and subscribing to join the Timidly Throng. Back to the video! So, we now understand what anxiety is and why we suffer from it. But what friend would I be to leave without explaining how to overcome it? I am a firm believer in nothing is impossible. Although anxiety has taken a ton of you, for a long time and in dramatic ways, it isn't the end and you can still win. What I preach on this channel is to embrace/absorb your emotions. Always be real with how you feel. Sure, much easier said than done, but that doesn't mean it's impossible to do. Anxiety may look like the big bad wolf, but as soon as you fight back, it will run like you just put hot coals on its cheeks. Instead of drowning in fear, sit down with yourself and process how you feel. For example, if I was truly anxious over my favorite NBA team losing to some young kids, ooh, something's in the air. I would say, yo, I actually feel very anxious and troubled by this situation. I know that I won't be directly affected by the outcome of this series, but I still feel this way. I know how I feel is real, and it's okay to feel this. Let me just take a few breaths and stay on the positive side of things. That may have been a lighter example, because I know dang well the Nuggets will win, but it's just a model of how we should talk to ourselves. Coaching ourselves through how we feel, not invalidating the situation, because if you feel something, it clearly matters, and motivating ourselves to stay positive. Thinking positive on a situation doesn't mean you downplay it. It just means you won't let what has already gone bad go worse, mentally. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. Comment below plus positivity minus anxiety to prove you really enjoyed the whole thing. I hope this video proves useful in your fight with anxiety as it has with mine. Also, I hope you guys like my mic quality upgrade. I know if this is the first video you're watching of me, you wouldn't notice, but I kind of sounded like I was under the sea. Now I have a Blue Yeti mic, so I think I feel a little bit more professional. It definitely hurt the bank because obviously I don't have a lot of subscribers right now, but I just believe in my journey here on YouTube that's really going to touch a lot of people. The reason why I bought this mic is because I know I'm a small creator with a big message. So if you really are here to support me, I really appreciate the subscription. It goes a long way. And I'm just really grateful for where I'm at. 11 subscribers as of the time I'm recording this video, and it's just amazing how people are gravitating towards me, and I'm just taking it all in and just being so grateful for every person. So thank you. In my previous videos, I always had this screen of my subscriber goal, and it was 10 subscribers. So to surpass that before my next video, absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I just cannot believe it. So thank you so much, guys. And please remember that vulnerability is strength. Sorry, I don't know how to sing, but we do that here too. I promise you this, oh, I'll always look out for you. Yeah, that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do.